He's just keeping the CTs honest at the moment, offering some grenades towards that mid position while they start to poke and prod in. And here's the initial exchange of Julies again. Exile only good for one though. Shiro's going to have some work to do. A nice pop from him. The bomb's dropped and then collected again. Will they commit to the bomb plant? Looks like they will do as these CTs start to stream in. 3 in a row. One left to go forward and try and make some space for them. So far so good as Snappy is forced back. 4 versus 2 now for Cloud9. Made one. Snappy's got so many heads to find. Nobody on the bomb just yet, but they're starting to creep forward as well. Do they prioritize the kill here? We've got almost 2 men swinging. Snappy won't be able to get anything more. Cloud9 start with the pistol round. Day of IEM Katowice.
Back to the A site again from ENCE. Similar utility coming into the site, and it might be a similar setup from Cloud9, but this time Axel fights first and takes down 2.
Sight of the bomb means rotation. There were 3 players on the other side of the map for Cloud9, but they are holding their own anyway. Just the 1 kill for ENCE so far. That's not going to be enough. Bomb plant is possible now as Snappy finds a headshot on Exile, but he will be denied as the cavalry comes through. So the clean sheet remains for... No permanent damage done though. Valde says hello, tries to keep his CTs honest, but it seems they're going to go back again with 2 men this time. But Valde's changed his position. He might find both of them. And now there's a decision to make here for Shiro. That's outrageous. Comes back with the USP. I think a lot of people just fall back there and think, we can't have 2 people go down. Never mind that though for Shiro. 4 versus 3 now. Man advantage gained by navi. 40 seconds on the clock. That does really raise the urgency. Hobbit's got a sound to given away. He knows the second player is there. Can he catch Snappy though? He's kind of stuck, but that's a big headshot from him. 35 seconds. Bomb still in control of St. Pius. Not sure how much of the bomb Cloud9 have seen recently. But Shiro's got a very strong angle. St. Pius coming in from the left-hand side.
And the rotate's arriving from navi. He's going to get to this B site to help just in time.
Smoke to create some space, but they have to get that bomb planted. Will he even be able to get into the zone? Shiro's in the flames now. Sees ahead, but he can't land a shot. Still alive for the time being. Another unlikely miss from him. 2 versus 2. Now navi moving forward, takes down the support. Bomb plant's not going to happen. No time left. Can't find the frags. 4-0 for Cloud9.
Yeah, if ENCE went slightly sooner there, they'd have actually had a chance.
Стоп, стоп! Досмотри до конца! Что лучше? Взять CSGO Prime за 1000 рублей в Steam или за 100 рублей на LOL Steam? Я думаю, выбор очевиден. LOL Steam — это честный и безопасный сайт, где ты сможешь найти дешевые аккаунты по любым играм.
Cloud9, you can see, looking very relaxed. Maybe not relaxed, though, because there's a quick B play at the ready.
That's very fortunate for Cloud9, but look at the swarm of ENCE players. They've got to find some more kills. The trades are here eventually. 1v3, though. St. Pius has found himself a nice, juicy weapon, and down goes navi. Big damage already, and maybe a chance to win the round. Getting dinked through the corner of the wall, surely, with only 17 damage done. St. Pius is 1 versus 2. He knows every second that goes, it's going to be harder to win this round. He's got to find Buster soon. Misses the no-scope. The USP will do the job. Below 5 will favour the T's. Time is on their side. Snappy with some nice angles, but Buster remains at half health. That might be enough. We shall see. Never mind. Down he goes. Valde will finish off the job on 4 HP, and that's going to activate Exile to try and find out what's happening elsewhere on the map. Fast moving round now. 45 seconds on the clock. Smoke goes, and so does navi at the hands of Snappy. Maybe this is finally the round where ENCE get 1 on the board, but Shiro is lurking with an AWP. Going to stop the bomb plant. Not even on the rifle yet. That may thwart the time. Exile from out of nowhere in the mist like a humidifier, just coming out and dropping the bomb carrier. But now Shiro has the clutch. 1 versus 2. Again, Valde's got 4 HP, but that's enough when you're against an AWP. 18 seconds on the clock for that bomb to get planted. Just now collected by St. Pius, which leaves Valde to try and cover the angles. Going for the wallbangs is Shiro, but it's planted elsewhere. Running low, and it's time to commit. We've got 5 players making their way into the A-bomb site here. Big trouble for the CTs, but they'll deliver. Exile by the pillar. Look at the cross he has from Shiro. Never mind. The shrapnel will take him down. Shiro needs to deliver now. He's buying time for his team to rotate, trying to find an angle for a grenade, but there are 14 seconds to plant this bomb. navi goes down. Valde 4 HP again. 1 versus 3. Now none versus 3. They can't get that all-important consecutive round. Cloud9 avoid going to eco and have survived with 3 from 7. Early grenades from both sides. And as we mentioned before, Cloud9 are not shy to get aggressive early. 2 for 1. They'll take that all day.
Oh, navi's going to get even more. Repositioned too far out, almost towards the boat. And they've rocked the boat in this round, and ENCE aren't enjoying it, trying to find fights elsewhere, but they didn't realize Shiro is still on that B site.
Smoke lands in his face, quick jump peek. Did navi even see that? He's still standing in position. There's a chance, there's an opportunity. No one else is here. Does he gamble on a bomb plant? He doesn't know what lies behind those walls. He'll create some space for himself. The utility will be thrown, but it will not be respected by Cloud9. And down he goes. Exile is confident, and he will secure the bag, keeping the numbers alive. Cloud9. It's a very deep smoke grenade. Perhaps it goes too far. We shall see. Well, he's gone too far on this occasion. Snappy is here. They're looking to capitalize on this. That sound cue was heard by Buster. Does he pay off of his teammate? Catches Snappy with a nade in his hand, and there's more into. The bomb spotted now, but Buster's been swatted. Nafany's here. He must deliver. He won't. 4 versus 2. Shiro has an angle. Surely this time ENCE can plant a bomb.
Finally getting that bomb down. And even though you've used all your utility, it doesn't matter when you get into an advantageous position like this. Nothing Cloud9 can do towards that B site.
Opportunities here. You can see Hobbit dancing with the FAMAS. He's got a very tough job. Rings the bill of St. Pius, but he's still alive. He can still swing. Buster's fallen to the Molotov before he can help his teammate. And there are huge problems on this B bomb site. But there's a flank coming in from Nafany. Shiro's here. Good for 1. Bomb about to get planted late in the round again. But it will be successful. 2 versus 3. I don't think they back off from this one, but as Nafany falls, I don't know how much more there is for Exile to do. 1 versus 3, made 2. He drops D-Hard, but he's got 13 HP. Almost dropped himself, and he will have to disengage.
If that first kill was cleaner, he could have considered it, but he took significant.
Being dropped in that T-nest of grenades for the executing. So they can do chain flashes for days, I would imagine. Exile is here, though. He's got 2 kills now, looking for a third one. There it is. And Shiro's just holding an angle in the meantime, and he'll drop the AK to him. This could collapse now. If they see Exile dead on the kill feed later on, do they think the AK is down? Do they think they can run in? If they exit the bomb site, they lose rifles as well. There's a lot of problems here for ENCE, regardless of what they choose to do. We can see the angles are being held now. Nafany, he could even potentially hold a pixel angle and go for something dirty. He'll have some sound cues from Snappy. They know at least one of the 2 remaining players is here. Do they go and get a second rifle? There is a risk. Nafany doesn't see anything. They know that they're coming now. Down goes Exile. Do they think the AK is down? Because it's in the hands of Shiro. He's good for 1. 1v1 now as Nafany comes in with the flank. Is he expecting this Snappy? Does he look everywhere except behind him? Oh, Nafany's coming. He's done half the job, and there's the rest of it. We said it was still dangerous. That was a must-win for ENCE, but they failed to do it. The eco round, the hero round. Talk about Hall of Heroes. Exile to their last pieces of utility for as long as possible. The timing of this smoke grenade cannot be underestimated because look at how many T's are around it. This could really put ENCE in a horrible situation, but maybe Martin can find something in mid. Then again, maybe he can't. Nafany will take him down from the A bomb site. 3 CTs now on B for Cloud9. They've picked the right bomb site as ENCE are still edging their way forward. Shiro says hello. Buster and Hobbit come in as well, and Valde is left to pick up the pieces. 1 versus 4. It might be a question of trying to do some damage, but can he really move from this position? He may even die after time. Cloud9 can't afford to lose too much money, though, so they might not hunt, but it's another failed attempt from ENCE. Snappy knows there must be something amiss in this situation. He's got Shiro off the angle, some pre-fire, but Shiro comes back to take advantage of that, baiting off of his teammate there to deliver the frag. Now the urgency's rising for ENCE as they try to make their way in towards A with what remains. They have to swing, they have to use the numbers, but Shiro and Exile will deny them. Shiro is everywhere.
Not here for ENCE. They've been destroyed by Cloud9.
Exile 17 for 7, but now Shiro is 17 for 4, and Hobbit's trying to catch up as well. ENCE are being dismantled like Lego at the moment. D-Hard, Snappy, St. Pius remain, and you can see how desperate things are to try and find something in the fan of exit rows. Snappy and St. Pius remain, and now it's just St. Pius with the AWP. Been spotted with the jump, and now he knows his time is limited. The sun will go down early for him in round number 15 as the trade comes in from none other than Hobbit for a monstrous, we say in London, 4-man on road for ENCE in the A bomb site, and there's a lot of junk coming their way. But that is a choke point which may be challenging to defeat. They have to try and abuse those numbers, but they go into the crossfire, and ENCE will have a very good time of things so far. They've got a bomb as well. Those Julies only require 1 or 2 shots from D-Hard, saying Jindobre to Buster. Shiro now has got much work to do. 1 minute to find 4 players. The bomb's committed in the bomb site as well, so he won't be too much of a surprise when he finally appears. We'll see if he can add to his tally. A great start from ENCE, and Diha will deliver. So they take the pistol, much needed, surrounding this bomb site. Mud and caught with a grenade, but still delivers the kill. How has he managed to do that?
Oh, the Tech 9 of navi thought he had the chance to run and gun. And honestly, I'm surprised that Madden was going for that deep smoke there. Didn't realize how quickly they could have got up close. Got a little lucky to get away with it. But he wins the all-important early fight. And now Cloud9 have to figure out what is their backup plan. Because right now, you don't have much utility. You don't have any flashes. And breaching that B bomb site against 3 CTs, it doesn't look like the answer right now, but it's all they've got.
25 seconds.
Diha's got more nades. If they need to retake, it looks scary.
Got to land that headshot, but now Pius will just be trolling. The bomb's dropped, and I don't think there's anything else left for them in this. It's going to be a lot. Oh my days. Hobbit is absolutely disgusting. 2 entries into the bomb site, exactly what they needed, but they have lost the bomb, and that could change everything. He'll try to delay with an incendiary, Pius. We'll see if it will do the job. No, it won't actually. navi's collected the bomb, and he's collected Diha as well. The dream is collapsing for ENCE, thanks to Hobbit. 4 versus 2 now. What is there for ENCE to do? That is a shell shock of a round, jumping for information, turned into a jack-in-the-box by Hobbit. I love how short this mid area is. Such an interesting prospect into professional Counter-Strike. Valde finds 2. Headshots for both. Diha, sorry.
It's like a bad game of Jenga. You pull one piece out, the tower goes falling down. And this might be a bit too much from Valde, but it doesn't matter. He's got another kill. Who am I to complain?
I love it. You need to have your guys playing with confidence. Shiro will get an open up, but now it might be a question of damage again. He doesn't have the bomb with him, but if he can find some kills, then as we saw from ENCE, it might pay off later. 44 seconds on the clock, and if the bomb's been spotted, then they won't pursue, I would imagine. You can see he's got a gap to try and keep an eye on people making their way over, but as you can see, he has conceded himself further into the bomb site. So ENCE are somewhat blind now. They could be collapsed upon. There are still 2 players towards the other side of the map, so they could be in a lot of trouble here. Pius will deliver first. Diha having a look. Somewhat blind, but we've got 3 C9 players looking for a plan B now. 16 seconds. Is there time for this? Martin swinging. And he will be traded, but surely they can't make it to the bomb site. This should be 3 kills for Snappy. He just waits until the right time. Oh, he's got to look to his right, though. Hold on a second. This is turning around. They've planted the bomb. 2 versus 3 for Cloud9. Buster and a big AWP on Shiro. Again, they play together. They play for a crossfire. Down goes Pius. The numbers are even now, but only for a time. Valde has to clutch it. How have they done this, Cloud9? From pillar to post, from site to site. They force their way in, use the trade frags, and off they go.
He had a couple of games like this at the Major too, where against these lower level teams, he was just dominating. ENCE aren't even a lower level team though. They're a solid squad to go up against. And he's still putting up fantastic numbers. Still hasn't had a negative KD map since the Major. 15 maps in a row, all positive for Shiro. And now navi jumping in with a MAC-10, having a field day. This B site has fallen incredibly quickly. I don't think ENCE can do anything about it, but the bomb's dropped. Hang on a second, Diha's got the bomb. And that makes things awkward.
What is the bomb doing there? They're so far away from everybody else on the squad. They've got
to boost back up.
They've got horrible positions to try and make it. We've got a KZ map to try and catch the bomb, and it will be denied. The admin says no. Then Exile, who maybe have to fight in the trenches with that Galil. navi with the AK, 45 HP for him as well. This could be capitalized upon later on. Cutting noise now, Cloud9. ENCE have to wonder what might be happening. Pius could be key here with his position. Heading towards the B bomb site, though. He'll leave mid to Diha instead. So far, so good. Buster dropped. Grenades are being... They're going to cost him his life as navi comes in with the swing with the Tech 9. Great timing again. Denial of information now from Cloud9. Does he take the risk and pass? Does he make a play through this smoke? trying to keep Cloud9 off of game point here. We've got Valde lurking on the site now, and no stranger to clutching. Snappy's here for support as well. 25 seconds, and things are turning around in ENCE's favor. Exile, 1 versus 3, 20 seconds to try and plant this bomb. Snappy creeping and delivering a very big headshot. ENCE are not done just yet. But Diha's been catching up. 23 kills for him now, and he'll need plenty more to keep ENCE alive in this game of Anubis. If you're joining us late, it's the pick of ENCE. But Cloud9 had the lion's share of the rounds in the first half. ENCE on a catch-up, and it is possible, but he can't make any more mistakes. Sunpaya's trying to get away, but he'll be denied. The numbers game being abused by the T side of Cloud9. Into the bomb site they go. 4 versus 3 now, as ENCE try to make some space for themselves.
Yeah, they try and switch it up and put the AWP here instead, but it doesn't make a difference. Thankfully, Valde fights ahead of the smoke, but he will be traded. And now ENCE have to figure out, can they use this utility to try and get back in? They have to try this. Kit on Snappy's back, a couple of pieces of utility, but Cloud9 are just tucking tail and not giving up anything for free. Finally, Diha rounds the corner, but 2 players below him. Not easy to clear and not easy to deal with Shiro. Cloud9 take it 16-10, showing us that their Anubis is not to be trifled with.
Balcony, for example, Julie's kind of taking over from the P250s recently. We've got flashes being lined up as well as they start to move forward. Diha and these Julies, he is asynchronous with them. He's looking really good with these Julies in game 1 and game 2, but there's more work to be done here.
Smoke up on long, but Sunpius is not playing behind it. He is playing from Arch, and he's able to get 1. Molly might not do enough here. Snappy and Madden both here to stop the cross. A clean shot from Snappy leaves Buster all alone. The most recent addition would need to ace, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it here. They're surrounding him. They're pushing him from all sides, almost playing with him at the end there as ENCE pick up a solid pistol. Clearly the plan going right early. They are... Warning shot from Sunpius. I don't think he'll be so kind next time.
They know where the AWP is now.
Yeah, and it's SMGs on B. They actually started with 3 MP9s on B. Now one of them's rotated away, but that means this flash in, you commit to sandbags. I don't know if this is a great spot still, though.
That's an important frag from Exile. Looks like ENCE won't be completely clear as to what is compromised and what isn't, but a bomb's been planted now. I'm sure he's not going to fully commit this AWP, especially with Snappy falling. They'll have to hold on to extinguished by the smoke. That will be a problem. That was surely to buy them some time, and Martin will deliver from that library position. Down goes Shiro. Now there are problems for Cloud9, but there are still 30 seconds on the clock for C9 to deliver, but only 2 players remaining. As we see the kill feed being lit up, Diha still in the pit position, limiting the support that Buster has, trying to find a way to plant this bomb safely. He'll do what he can, but he is on an island. Buster, 9 HP, trying to make this, trying to find a way to do something here for Cloud9. There's 1 kill. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Where is Hobbit in the meantime? Last seen in the apartments, but where is he now? He's shift walking towards long. This angle surely won't favor him. Hold on a second. Sunpius, the spatial awareness will deliver the final frag, and ENCE will survive a difficult test on A. Now, what do they read of what ENCE have been doing? Sunpius lurking in sport. He's found a second one, but there will be a trade from Shiro. A fast trade, no less. The bomb, I don't think, has been seen. I don't think it was seen on Banana. I could be wrong here. But the CTs are split either way. 2 per bomb site. Exile with a fantastic angle. Martin walks to his demise, leaving Snappy with a lot to do. Time may be on his side, though. 20 seconds as the bomb starts to make its way towards the bomb site, and surely he is waiting for that objective. But the smoke dissipates at the time to allow Exile to get another kill. And now ENCE are out of position. They are double OP as far as the A bomb site is concerned. I can't see them making their way towards...
Apart from Sunpius having the dualies. Not so standard to see in a gun round.
Yeah, not quite his usual affair. Towards the tree. Oh, boy. Exile has been weeded out, and there goes Buster as well. Great round so far for ENCE. This is the kind of action we need to see from them if they are to take it to a 3rd round. And they are ready for a response on the other side of the map as well. NaVi absolutely drilled like it's home improvement. Once in utility on Banana, the takeoff Banana, in fact, and they chose to seize the opportunity towards the A bomb site. But can they do more than that? On the sofa, Sunpius will be dropped. 5 versus 4 now as C9 wrap the A bomb site. And it will be cleared, it will be bleached, apart from this position where Valde is in the pit now, trying to stay alive as best he can, looking for another one, but navi will just about squeeze him, pip him to the post. An expensive round now for ENCE as Mudden's the only man standing near T-spawn. Not much for him to do versus 4 Cloud9 players.
You can see Dihar also in the mix. He's going to watch the apartments, but it's a quick pop play.
This might work out for the CTs, surely, because how do the Ts cross to the site if they hold their position? But they don't know the situation top mid. Valde will get shot in the back by Hobbit. And Exile's here to take down Snappy as well. Problems for ENCE. I think they've dropped the bomb, though. Indeed, they have. Dihar trying to make things happen for his squad, but he's got to put out the flames first. There goes Hobbit and Shiro. Stereo frags for ENCE, leaving Buster in a 1 versus 3. He's got a minute to do it. And there are 2 players in the red. They'll only require 1 bullet. This can be done. Won't be easy, though. He doesn't know the climate around his position. What lurks behind the smoke on long? 40 seconds now as we have rifle support in the apartments. 35 seconds on the clock. Trying to figure
where is
out
that bomb?
Yeah, he can't quite figure it out. Doesn't want to look at the floor here. It is on the bench next to him. There we go. Concealed by the body. Now, where does he plant? 20 seconds, full commit. CT start to move forward, but again, 2 players both in the red swinging out of the apartments. They could both fall very quickly indeed. Buster, we'll see 1, but a trade will be here from Dihar.
Actually landed that shot, I think, onto Axile, just through the wall.
Oof, that grenades. Oh man, I thought he had that one. Buster will be traded though, but that's an early disadvantage for ENCE. You can see Cloud9 try to take the advantage. Fishing for a second frag. We'll see Saint is rotating over. He's got a flashbang, not sure if it'll come in time. Now Snappy might be able to bait them forward, actually. Saint will post up, looking for a jump or a boost. Completely rotating position. Confident in Saint now, posted up with the AWP. Hasn't been seen yet towards the B-bomb site. Cloud9 just cutting noise and holding position for now. Hobbit still lurking towards A, but how do they get back into this game?
There's been a lot of discussion in the past about Cloud9 being a team willing to go for those dry peaks and whether it works or not. And in that round, for navi, it did not pay off for him. He pushed alone, he went down, but Hobbit's position could still be scary. Aggression's coming in. Actually, he hasn't spotted the aggression. Oh, but now he will, and they're both in their backs turned. Hobbit takes down 2, and now they can bring the bomb back to A. 25 seconds to do it.
There must have been a sound cue. Unbelievable opportunity. Hobbit's patience pays off, but Dihar is still here. They might think the bomb site is free. Will they even check it properly? Shiro's running in with the bomb in his hands on double stack, though. Dihar can do nothing about that. He has to play off of his teammate here.
They have no clue.
Saint has to find something. He's got to find a way. He's got to get close enough. When Dihar pulls the trigger, down goes Shiro. There's a surprise. Exile takes down Saint 1 versus 2 now. Dihar touches the bomb. 10 HP. He needs someone to peek. They have to peek him. He will be denied, though. That was a nervous one. But it will go to Hobbit and Exile. Hobbit proving his worth once again.
Something special in this round. See if this boost is accounted for. Well, doesn't need to be.
That timing is brutal. Just as they move away, sees it up close though. It is still dangerous. And there will be a trade, also information. Dihar will have his head popped off, and there goes Martin as well. Mag 7, we hardly knew yet. 2 MP9s remain though, and they could be dangerous. Make it 1. Valde. One of the more awkward clutch attempts for him. 1 versus 4 on the site with an MP9. Holding an off angle. Hello to Hobbit. Finds himself 2. Can he get to the AK? I don't think he can. Rings the bell, but can't do the rest. Difficult for ENCE. They were broken the round prior.
Into one of those post plants.
He's so insanely fast with the AWP. Maybe we'll see a glimpse of that in the remainder of this round. Saint moving into CT spawn. He's got no flashes to throw from the well position. So Snappy and Martin won't get any help from him. Making his way towards the coffins though. Maybe that smoke will be gone soon. Bomb thrown from A to B. Exile didn't realize Snappy was there, and he's really making this work for his team. Finding a third frag as the bomb is planted. They didn't check it properly. A bait setup on the site from the CTs, and that allowed them to win the round. That is a fantastic result for ENCE. But now we focus on round
Buster.
13, and Buster indeed. He's got a very difficult job on this game of Inferno, and it will be shrapnel, a closed casket funeral for Buster. Won't be pretty after that damage. 5-on-3 for ENCE now.
It's a passive setup. Some noise made, and there is aggression onto Hobbit. So 1 kill back, but only 40 seconds for Cloud9 to make their minds up. That bomb's still at T-ramp. This might just be Cloud9 calling this off if they're not careful. They've got to get a move on.
30 seconds will feel like forever for ENCE when they don't quite know what might be happening. Although Sampayos' position will be important, but again, the push is towards B. 2 of the 3 players at present. Down goes Nafany. That might be it. Does Shiro want to lose this AWP? A really hard angle for him to re-peek, and I think he understands that. His 6 is covered by Hobbit, and with that, they will fall back. ENCE will move to 7 and take the lead over Cloud9 as we move to the dying rounds of the first half. There won't be so much damage. Nafany will extend the bomb over to his teammate. That's the point man looking for the entry. Snaps Martin looking for the second. There it is. And that might be the shutdown in the last round of the first half.
Oh, the one bad smoke from ENCE is so costly. Massive gap for Nafany. He just waits. He figures they've put this smoke down to try and compete. ENCE have to try the retake. But this is not looking good. I mean, how do you win this? I think the answer is you don't. Oh, even with the patience from Valda, Shiro just swings him, and the nade won't do enough. Dihar will get 1, but it is a parting kill. It is going to be Cloud9's around here at the end of the half. Slowly but surely, the bomb will tick, tick, tick away. And it will be a pretty close half here. 8-7 on the board. Still anyone's game here on Inferno. ENCE putting up wild.
Man said, pull.
Oh, this setup doesn't look great for Cloud9. Nafany's the only player really towards apartments. Axal's a little isolated on long, and he's about to be smoked off.
Here come the ENCE players. The numbers game being abused, but Snappy will be enough. Adding to his tally, began this round as the top fragger on Inferno. 15, now 16 kills is Snappy, and nobody really is close. Moving to the T side, he gets to be the aggressor.
This is far forward from Hobbit. He hasn't got any help right now. A rotate is coming. He's got to be careful. He finally tucks back into the corner, but the rotate won't arrive in time. It's Hobbit who has to do work, and he does get a double. Bomb site will be falling shortly, but now the CTs start to arrive, and that bomb still needs to go down here.
Waiting patiently for the smoke before crossing. That makes a difference for ENCE. 3 versus 4. That clock is ticking. All coming from CT. That is not known just yet, though. Got Dihar trying to keep Banana honest, but he's close enough to the side to help out. That is quite the grenade onto Snappy, though. 23 HP. There is an incendiary to be thrown by Nafany as well. When does the push come from Cloud9? That is the question. Nafany's one of the kits, so keep an eye on where he is. He's the one who has to get on this bomb as well. Buster dropped. Here is the trade, though. Down goes Axal. Nafany's still standing for now. There he is. There he goes. And it's too late for Shiro to clutch this round. He will die to the bomb. Can he take anybody with him? He can, but they will lose everything as ENCE win.
ENCE happy to take their time and see what Snappy can perhaps do. They're taking maybe too much time, though. 20 seconds. Nafany hasn't budged. He takes out that lurker, and now the play ready, but Dihar hard clears, and Hobbit has to fight. He just about gets out of there alive, and now Nafany arrives. Smoke faded. Bomb needs to go down, but they're getting all the frags they need. The bomb will get planted, and Cloud9's final 2 players are nowhere to be seen.
Cavalry was on the way, but the horses were put down. And it will be double the score of Cloud9 for ENCE as they move to 14 to the 7 of Cloud9. They did
something up. Maybe it is time to test this A site instead. Cloud9 get back into position in time. Nades start to come up, and it is a very passive setup from the CTs, not fighting for top mid, instead playing back and losing the early fight.
Big numbers here for ENCE. I was going to ask if 3 was enough for Cloud9, but now it's 2. They've got problems. I'm not sure they can find a crossfire hero either, but they will get some kills. A grenade and a rifle frag from Axal. He's got more to do, but he won't be able to do it. Shiro will finish Valde off, though. The bomb's been dropped, collected now, and dropped again. Cloud9 are holding on to this round at least. Sampayos in a 1 versus 2. 18 seconds, and He may choose to disengage. Well, that's the first round for Cloud9 in this half. The first of many that are required. He has to hold at that roll position. He will have a flashbang. He can drop at the back of the site. HE proved fruitful, but there's still a minute on the clock. He's held on to his smoke grenade for as long as he can. They can hear the AWP being reloaded. In terms of sound cues, actually, maybe something that we haven't thought about so much. That could be quite interesting.
Looks good for Cloud9. They've got 3 here and the AWP, and the lack of utility against them. Shiro's AWP could be massive on the hold.
He needs to puncture more players as they start to move through. He has a little space to work with, but down he goes. Buster can't find the multi-frag. And surely Cloud9 have to go for this one, even though they're rotating from a navi up banana. Exile and CT, 2 versus 3.
Could have been a chance, but there's no time. It's playing for exits.
Yeah, nothing they can do but make their way to the site and die. ENCE move to game points on Inferno.
That was a shame for Shiro because there was only really that one piece of utility for
that flashbang. Here it comes, there it goes, and it was too early. They're not pushing in just yet. Now the T utility comes through, and that will do the job. Down goes Hobbit, completely blind, but there are more to deal with. navi will be dealt with as well. Buster, is this the end of the line? He's dropped a bomb in the pool, actually, so maybe there's something to be done here. 8 seconds, but they can't find an angle to stop this bomb plant. 2 versus 3. Shiro grenades at the back of the site now. He has to clutch it just to stay alive. 1v3, bomb planted, no kit. Shiro just waiting for the smoke to go. So frustrating for him. Walking into a crossfire. Scoping in. Does he find the first one? No. Valde with the swing, and that will be that. ENCE take Inferno, and they force Vertigo versus Cloud9.
Good, solid game from ENCE. They absolutely bombarded that B site round after round. Clouded by the fact that they lose that first player, sticking with the plan. Fake plant comes in to potentially bait out nades, but we've got a flash from Mad, and I wonder if ENCE want to fight for this.
There's the flash, and there is the swing. So far, so good. Valde delivers the headshot, and there's more to come. Advantage ENCE, and they are really taking this by storm. Buster's got so much to do, trying to isolate fights here the best he can, but Dihar coming in again with the Julies. He's so comfortable with them, and that will be a strong pistol round taken by ENCE.
Yeah, I like the way ENCE played that.
Oi. Could be in some trouble there as the numbers come through. Oh, there's big trouble now. One more player remains on this bomb site for the CTs of ENCE, and Pirates will be traded. 2 versus 3, heavily tagged Cloud9. It's winnable for ENCE, but it's already a scenario where they've taken too much damage. Valde's turn with the grenades now. Or is it? Dihar finds 2. Where is Exile, though? Often the sorest pain point. Delivering the frags for Cloud9, starting to swing now, finds the first headshot. He has the 1v1 he was looking for. Goes back to the wall for Valde as well, and he is delivered in the clutch to steal the round away from ENCE.
Missing some nades. No kit for them either as we get back into the server, but you don't need a kit when you get an early kill like that. Axile caught on the edge of the smoke, and now navi also wants to make a play back for Cloud9. Ooh, that timing's fantastic. Madden completely caught out.
That shows some promise. Dihar won't get traded in mid either. Snappy is here as well. And Hobbit finds himself versus a great many opponents. He does not have the bomb, but really he needs to try and find some kills here. Down to 12 HP, gets his bell rung.
Not a roomy one either. Oh. Okay, you take that, but you get traded. Pretty good round of Counter-Strike, but I want to say that was
around the ramp. Marden's in position. Should a swing come in? And indeed it does. He finds 2 1v1s. Very nice indeed for him. He's got flashbang support as well, trying to disengage, but Shiro will get something from this. A minute 10 on the clock. He reappears.
They ready for another, though.
Throws the bomb to a teammate to try and find more, but St. Pius will punish him as he tries to reposition. Valde standing on top of these players now. Will find an angle and Exile, and it's going to be hard for Buster to clutch this one. 20 seconds, 1 versus 3. Valde will deny him anything more. navi's a leg man, and that means that Marden's gone.
Yeah, Madden chose to stick with that MP9. They could have dropped him a rifle, but they wanted to make that play. navi snuffs it out on this occasion, and navi gets another. This is so key to Cloud9's game plan. He finds two openers, and even though one gets brought back, Snappy will try and tuck back to the site itself. Defensive smoke deployed, and Cloud9 will take a second to breathe because they've got that man advantage they were looking for, and they can wait for the action to come to them.
Hobbit's so good at that as well. To understand if anybody is by that ramp. And now we've got three men moving through mid. Maybe at best two were seen on the kill cam there as Dihar needs some help. That's a bomb dropped by Snappy. A crucial frag. Valde holds his position as well. And ENCE find themselves at a man advantage. Shiro collects the bomb, but he's got to run through smoke and hope for the best. Denied by Valde, who's in a great position. He's got a wall to his right-hand side and teammates in tow. 4 versus 2 for ENCE as they look to take the lead once again. Agzal's got something to say about it though. Valde's done all he has to do in this round now. Hobbit starting to creep forward. 30 seconds on the clock to try and rescue this bomb. He may be betrayed by his shadow. Throwing a Molotov, using great angles as well. Down goes Snappy. Hobbit, such experience on his shoulders. They make it a 2 versus 2. They turned it around. They've got the advantage now. Agzal dropping St. Pius. Madden's in the clutch. How did this happen? 1v1. Hobbit half health. Madden almost full. Hobbit has to be careful how he moves again. Creeping, but Madden is ready for it. What a back and forth.
A lot of confidence here. St. Pius showing that with the swing. Snappy here to help, and St. Pius lands the close range shot. So even though one is brought back from Cloud9, they lose the early trade, and wow, St. Pius gets swung on
the way from Valde with the AUG no less. That scope could be glorious. Won't even need it for Hobbit though. Bombs planted just in time. Valde at the back. At least one at the front. That is a huge frag. Of course, it's Agzal with the clutch frag, but Madden will replace Valde. Almost a bait set up there. And now Buster's in a 1 versus 2. Won't work out for him as Dihar comes through, and ENCE will extend their lead. Nice ladder work from Valde, but they have already climbed to the top. Cloud9 on this bomb site. Dihar putting in work. Madden's here as well, traded by Shiro. Have they done enough though? 2 on 2.
Yeah, Dihar should just survive here. Valde's flank looks so strong.
Yeah, susceptible to a flank once again. Will they be ready for it at this timing? Oh, he's run out of bullets, I think, navi, and there goes Shiro as well. Dihar with a number of kills.
Molly goes into short. They're trying to flush out some of these positions. Madden caught in transition, and that could be the cue for Cloud9 to commit to this bomb site. Valde tries to move forward, but more utility damage lands. 30 seconds remaining. Smokes are up towards the site, but St. Pius sees above them.
It's a beautiful shot from St. Pius. Flames all through the round. Valde's dropped a bomb once again. That's full rotation now if it hasn't happened already. Shiro with 3 HP is surely soon to be gone. 2v2, 12 seconds to bring that bomb to the site or find the kills. Surely it's got to be the kills. Buster understands the urgency. Shiro's on the way, but he can't take a single bullet. Look at the swing from the CT. He's trying to defend, but he can't do it. Bombs planted. The frag carrying the bomb. There we go. They're able to get out of there as well. There's no response. Oh no! He's hit his teammate with the grenade, and that's done a chunk. Nothing too devastating, but they've lost a player, and they were unable to trade despite all the players you see here on the ramp.
Yeah, I like navi trying to be first contact. You could see the pre-aim wasn't in that position, but the adjustment was good. There's a flash in, though, and Cloud9 wait for it. Those re-aggressions from ENCE onto ramp have not been effective, and now Snappy needs help. He has an MP9 right now, committed to the site. Valde is arriving, but it's 2 MP9s remaining for ENCE. They're going to need a lot of firepower from Valde to win this.
Snappy is stuck in position, and here comes the swing, doing his best. He's seen the bomb at the very least, but look at these frags coming through for Cloud9, lighting up the bomb site, taking the round.
Bad buy for ENCE. It's the MP9s that are going to have to do it for him.
Oh, Snappy just swung to his left. Wasn't expecting navi to be there so fast. And this is a lightning round in itself. Look what's left for ENCE. Not many people and not many weapons. Only one primary weapon between the two players in the hands of Dihar. The MP9 barely in position. He's managed to make his way forward though, but to not much avail at all. Did navi just spot something there? Either way, Agzal will clean up your bleach.
This one about to be confirmed. St. Pius might get 1 exit kill, but that's all she wrote. 8-7 half. We'll see who makes it through from the play, and one of these teams will be making it hoping they can hear if it hits someone. But no one there this time, so they're assuming it's clear as they go for this A play.
Retake territory for Cloud9. They've only got a flash though, no smoke grenades. naFi with that one flash, and they've lost Shiro early. 2 pairs of dual Berettas or dual elites, depending on when you start playing CS. You can see it being lined up there, but they're going to have to wipe out the defense of ENCE here, because otherwise this is not happening. The Julies get nothing done. Buster patiently trying to find these headshots. There's one, but there's so much more to do. They don't have a kit for this defuse, so this would be absolutely wild. But now it's just down to the last Glock-wielding player, and he's being baited, he is being delayed. They won't let him get around the corner. But will there be time to find the defuse? Martin is being teased, and they'll just about get there. No kit, no smokes, no worries for Cloud9. Not shy of a late play in a round.
Ooh, another nade.
Need another nade. That grenade sailing in, but won't do enough damage. Bomb has been planted, and now the onus is on Cloud9 with 0. No utility whatsoever to find 4 kills and defuse the bomb. I cannot see another 10-second defuse coming through. They surely have to find the kills here. But look at the numbers coming in from ENCE. They're all going to pick together, and they will win the trades. 3 versus 2 now as Shiro and Buster remain. It's a dire situation for Cloud9. All they can really do at this point is try to fall back with what they have. If they're lucky enough to do that, Shiro will be denied as well. Now, what we can study here is the anti-force buy approach from ENCE, because it may not be the last one they do in this half. There's a trade by naFi. Now what does Modern do? That's an awkward angle for him to commit to. You don't know what's around the corner. Indeed, 2 CTs lie in waits there, but at range Hobbit will be dropped. So he's found another way, another opportunity, Modern, and he's been popped by Shiro. Back and forth we go, 3 on 3. Still a dangerous round for ENCE.
Oh. I thought naFi had that one kill dead to rights, not meant to be. Maybe a chance for the nade of Buster, but I don't think the player planting is low enough, even with the damage done. Buster hoping for a miracle through the smoke. Oh, okay. I was going to say Dihar doesn't need to fight, but Dihar fights when he pleases. He's got 19 kills now.
By the minute. Mac 10 in the hands of Snappy. Looking for close quarters engagements. Nice opening from Martin. Delivering grenades in the right direction as well, but no one's checking after that molly is thrown. But the trades will continue in favor of ENCE. 4 versus 3.
naFi wasn't comfortable swinging. He knew there could be a player close on scaffold. And it is Madden who might try and hunt him down. Flash was good, but Madden can't take advantage. Eventually he finds the fight though. ENCE dismantling the ramp play from Cloud9. He's feeling it right now, man.
He really is. You love to see the confidence. Just run with the momentum. Snappy's here as well, but Buster's found 2 now with this rifle. Shiro outmaneuvered there by Marden. But it's still competitive. 2 versus 2. This could be the round for Cloud9. Buster creeping with the AK, catching Modern completely off guard. What happened there? Senpai's through the smoke.
Through the smoke. Couple of players on the other side. Oh, those nades are nice. Madden decides he has to duck away from them. And Senpai will follow suit. So some solid ramp control early from Cloud9 this time.
Ramp urgency. Raising again. naFi's gone to the point of no return. Shiro is here though to warn them away, pre-firing. But again, that magazine's a lot smaller now, but he still finds a headshot through the wall on Martin. What in the blazes is that? Buster here as well, and Cloud9 suddenly are firmly in control.
Wow, such a sick shot. Dihar dinked and decides that's not a fight he wants. And this is now back to the setup Cloud9 used to play. Buster has just filled in for Inters at mid. Axel's back to... What the hell? Okay. I thought we were about to see a knife kill. I didn't even clock that Buster was above him. But there we go. Cloud9 bringing it back to what they know. If anyone crosses, and ENCE staying compact. Looks like they do want to try and sneak up to the site.
Avoids the flashbang, seeing the tease now, sees the bomb, finds himself 2 on the boost. Beautiful from Hobbit. Cloud9 coming back with a vengeance now. Might have been only good for 1, and Hobbit finds 4 on the bomb site. Devastating so much being thrown onto this bomb site. How do you even comment with all this action? Shiro has the angle, no comps needed, just AWP flicks. 2 remain for ENCE now as they look to lose the lead here. Shiro creating some space for himself. They could creep through that though. Diha on the site now looking for 2, unable to find it. Snappy in a 1 versus 3, moving around the ramp. That bomb is fully committed, which means he is as well. Spotted at the back, tagged down to 30. Life just gets more and more difficult for Snappy. Difficult, but let's see what happens in this one. Maybe it doesn't get that far.
Oh, Diha's beating them. They don't realize Diha's so far up. He double entries onto the B site, and that might be the round right there and then. Rotate arriving. Finally, Hobbit puts a stop to the bleeding, but it's still Cloud9 down a man.
Considering their options now, keep people there a little longer. But have a look at this position on A. It's Shiro, but he misses a flick. Huge headshot from St. Pius. A brave peek and a great result for ENCE. 4 versus 2. There is life in ENCE yet. The pressure is high for them now as they press on to this A bomb site. St. Pius finds another one, and that has to be the round over.
Big step up from ENCE in this one. Individuals making the difference. That swing from St. Pius, so risky to swing into that angle against the AWP. Feels so favorable for the sniper, but not meant to beat. And now Hobbit caught out at the end, unable to save him.
So many players coming their way. Finally, Snappy will say hello and goodbye in this round as Cloud9 look for match point. They've got the opening frag, but Hobbit has been dropped. Starting to swing now round the side our end. Shiro delivers as that flashbang pops. Bomb spotted, full rotation on the way. Agzal has to get here ASAP.
Shiro still on shore, eventually goes down. That's the frag they needed, but they need to know there's one more man there. They've got him trapped in, but it doesn't matter. Buster comes up onto the site, and St. Pius might simply have to watch. It's a 1v3 to try and bring it back, and only 22 seconds to do it. There's the first, but 2 separate angles. Surely the trade comes in. He gets the chance for the second, but Axile confirms 15 for Cloud9.
Buster staying close to the A-bomb site as well, so there are 3 players if required. But for now, it'll be the grenades doing the work.
Cloud9 still competing for ramp, but ENCE are about to hit them. Oh, and Hobbit just swings with the FAMAS. Huge fight to win. Nade finally finishes the job. But it's a man advantage for Cloud9. ENCE using a smoke to that right side. Do they want to commit off the back of this, though, because the CTs are still stacked here.
Agzal's made his way over as well. So on the bomb side, we have a 3-on-3 situation. Agzal trying to stay alive here as Valde finds angles. Plenty of time on the clock. But the urgency will feel very real. Buster dropped in isolation, smokes up, bomb getting planted now. Grenades flying through, and so are the CTs. No bomb plant for you, say Cloud9. Second attempt from Valde, inviting a peek. Have a look at this boost from Shiro, though. He's almost in the ceiling, even though there is none. Valde 1 versus 2. They're lining up for him, and Shiro's here to trade. Cloud9 make it to the group stage of Katowice. Very tough game of Vertigo from both squads. From start to finish, it was very, very tense indeed. Going down to the